You are now tuned in to the Just Coolin' Podcast Season 4. Check out the roster. Music provided by Kodak.
It's your Captain Country Red from Just Coolin' Podcast. Peace.
It's your boy, DJ Quinn.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, DawsonSJewellS. Peace.
Hey, bringing that spice. It's your girl, Sassy.
What up with it? Got your boy Big Bud in the house.
It's Cooling Podcast on the Tattoo Shop Radio every Saturday on Zeno FM at 12 noon Eastern in USA, Culture Shock in Canada, Cuzzo FM in Germany, Wapto Music FM in Guadeloupe in the Caribbean, powered by Zeno FM with additional monitoring by Online Radio Box. Also, check us out on the Hubb YouTube channel Friday at 9 p.m. Central Time and on YouTube channel Just Cooling Podcast Friday at 9 p.m. Central Time.
The episode of Just Coolin' Podcast. I'm the Captain Country Red.
I'm DJ Quinn.
And Sassy.
And man, we have a special guest all the way from Lynn, Massachusetts, man, by the name of Jamar Johnson, man. What's going on with you, brother?
What's going on, man? Thanks for having me.
No problem, man. Likewise, man. Likewise. So let's jump right into it, man. So, like, what inspired you to get into producing hip-hop, man? Hip-hop music?
What inspired me to get into it? Well, I mean, growing up, you know, I always been a huge hip-hop fan. Always into the whole culture. And then the pandemic hit. And then, you know, I needed something to do. You know, world was shut down. So I just decided to pick up a new skill. And that ended up being hip-hop music. So it's always been around me. You know, older brothers, older cousins influenced me a lot what they listen to. So I've always been a part of it.
Dope. And I was looking at some of your previous work and instrumental albums and albums with, I guess, compilation albums we call it these days. Like, what made you gravitate towards more of the soulful production and sampling? Like, where did that come from?
Yeah, that's a simple answer, bro. I mean, Kanye, you know, Kanye. So my older brother, he's the biggest Kanye fan, you know, like number one Kanye fan. So my whole childhood, I was hearing College Dropout, Late Registration, you know, The Blueprint. And I'm young, you know, I'm only 24 right now. So I'm young when he's playing all these albums. So just hearing that around me coming up, you know, it was kind of just in me by the time I got to this age to let that pour out of me. So it's just what I like, and I like to make what I want to listen to. So that's why you get that sound from me so often.
How do you market yourself now?
How do I market myself? That's a great question. So, you know, being a producer, a lot of times you see that a lot of producers don't get the credit that they deserve. So I try to market myself as an artist, you know. I try to put my name on my album covers, you know, my Instagram pages is marketed the same way an artist would. You know, I do exclusive drops, I do merch, I do all these things artists would, just because, like, I feel if I sit in the back too much, I'm gonna get overlooked and not get the respect I deserve. So I try to market myself as close as an artist as I possibly can.
So you have like a private page as well, and also your business page as an artist. Is that, or you combine two together?
So I kind of just have my business page as an artist. I don't even really have a personal Instagram or Twitter, if you want to call it that. Like, my social media is, you know, my brain. That's what you get. You know, I don't really post too many personal pictures or memories or videos. You go on there, it's going to be like strictly music, information about new albums, you know, merch, et cetera, et cetera. So,
I know that New York does this, but I don't, because I'm from Boston as well too. Right. I was raised in Lynn, so
that's dope.
I hate Lynn.
Connections.
I hate Lynn. Like, are you around that common area, the Commons?
Well, I used to be, but you know, not so much anymore.
Yeah. Well,
since then, I've moved from Lynn since I grew up there.
Oh. Okay. With the west or the east side, or were you at both sides?
So I was raised on the east side.
Okay. Yeah, the east side. I'm surprised you went to Lynn Tech.
Yeah, so Lynn Tech is kind of like in the middle of Lynn, though. It's like dead center, like that east-west. The tech school is like right in the middle. I went to the tech school. I wanted to go to English, which is, you know, primarily where all the east side kids go. But I ended up going to the tech school just to pick up a trade, you know, like auto collision, electrical, plumbing. You know, those things are always good to know. So I took electrical wiring. And you know, those skills are just nice to have. But yeah.
Okay, so you're pursuing that as well as being a producer as well.
I mean, no, I'm kind of 10 toes down in the music right now. You know, I'm all the way in with the music.
Oh, that's great. All right.
Yeah.
That's good. So your older brother, do they have experience in producing as well too? So you say that your siblings influence you, have a big role in that.
Yeah, for sure. So I have two older brothers. One was a rapper and the other produced. So I kind of came up around creatives anyways, you know. And then not to mention my parents who grew up in the church, you know, they was singing, they was playing. My dad's a drummer, you know, my aunt's singing the choir. So the music is in the blood, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Do you
Yeah,
play
so
instrument too?
I don't. I don't. I tried to get into guitar when I was younger, try to get into the drums, but they never just really clicked with me. But I picked up a beat machine and it was like, you know,
Yeah.
second nature almost. So
That's cool. All right. I heard some of the beat is nice.
thank you.
How do you find yourself connecting to people easily? Like what's the best connection to like how you find your way? Is there any like tips on how to connect to them or like how to vibe with them?
Do you mean with my fan base?
But yeah, like
Or
well, anybody who you work with for, if you're trying to get them on your beats.
okay, yeah, I got you. The main way I go about that is I'm a fan of everybody I work with. I'm not gonna reach out to you if I don't like your music, and I come to people with lots of respect and gratitude. You know, I'm very humble, so I'll just let people know, like, you know, I think you're a dope artist, dope singer, dope producer. Let's try to do something together and see what we can come up with. And if they like what I do as well, it makes it that much easier. So anybody you see me work with or my name attached to as far as collabs, just know I'm a big fan of them as well. So whoever I'm a fan of, whoever I like to like their product, I like to collab. So
How's the hip hop scene in your city? Like, do y'all collab together? Do y'all throw on?
that's a good question. That's a great question. So if you ask me, I feel like the hip hop scene in Lynn is kind of divided to where you have a lot of the young kids coming up and doing the drill sound, trap sound, and then there's a select few of us, you know, who's in the underground making the dirty raps, the boom bap joints. So it's very divided as far as that goes. But when you look at it, the ones who are doing this sound are the ones kind of making things happen, like SD you know, Al Divino, et cetera, et cetera. But I don't think there's too many collaborations throughout the city, if I'm being honest with you. It's very cliquey.
Yeah.
You know, so different cliques do what they do, but as far as like mass collaboration throughout the city and getting various artists to do different things, that don't happen too often. But I did try to change that a couple of years back. I did a compilation called The Soulful Sinners. With all Lynn artists, and I didn't care if you were a trap artist or a boom bap artist. I tried to get you on my sound, bring you into my world, and that project was very successful. You know, Soulful Sinners, because Lynn is called the City of Sin. You know, I'm a soulful producer, Soulful Sinners, and so that was the first project, you know, done in Lynn, produced by a Lynn producer with all Lynn artists. That was the first Lynn compilation. So I'm very proud of that. I'm glad I was able to bring the city together and put that album together. So
yeah, I was man, that's crazy that you brought that up because I was listening to that. I kept gravitating towards that. I did listen to some of your instrumental albums, but the one song on track that stood out to me was City of Sin by C. Wells. Like how did that come about? You know what I'm saying? That's a dope track right there, man.
Yeah,
like, I
yeah.
could just
So
came together, you know.
Word. So the C. Wells track came together really. So, you know, I used to spend a lot of time down there in the studio with those guys, just cooking up different joints. And I wasn't in the studio when it had happened. C. Wells had heard one of the beats somebody else was hopping on, and he was like, "Yo, like, what's this for? Like, you know, does this sound crazy?" And then he was like, he hit me up like, "Yo, I heard what my man's was working on. Is it possible I could get on the album as well?" And I was like, "Yo, but for sure, you know, you definitely a dope artist." I shot him some beats to pick through, and he gravitated towards that joint. He hopped on, sent it back, and I was hyped because, you know, he definitely did his thing on that track for sure.
He definitely did, man. Well, y'all both did y'all thing on that, you know.
Word.
Dope album, man. Dope
That's
album.
what's up, man.
Thank you.
Is it true that in the beginning when you started producing, you had a hard time placing your drum patterns? I did a little research.
Yeah, that's 100% accurate. So if you go back and listen to anything early I did, like the five YL album for Primo the Great, Leisure Activity, a lot of those joints have no drums on them. Because like you just said, I wasn't sure how to properly play my drums. So I kind of just told myself, let me make the best beats I possibly can without them. And when you look back in hindsight, it might seem like I was just trying to be like a Derringer or a Nicholas Craven because they did the drum sound as well.
Yeah.
But that wasn't even in the same realm. I was just confused on how to place drums. So I said, let me just not use them. Right. Like, that's really how that came about. And then as I progressed, you know, I learned how to program drums, and now I know the difference on when to place them and when not to place them. And if I don't place them, how to still make the beat, you know, have that feel to it, have that energy to it. So it was definitely a process on how to learn how to differentiate between the two.
How long did it take you to figure that part out, that process of programming it and making it sync in the tempos and meshing that all together? Like, how long did it take you to do that?
I don't know. I want to say a few months, because when you look at the total time I've been doing music, it's only been 3 years. So I'm still really early in this, bro. So I want to say it took me a few months, but you know, I'm still trying to learn new things all the time. Like, my biggest thing right now I'm trying to focus on, I'm really trying to get my drum fills down, like those just rolls, those snare fills, those tom fills. I'm trying to get my rolls down, but I'm trying to learn new stuff all the time.
What programs do you use?
I use Machine. I grew up seeing my older brother use Machine, so I figured that's what I'm gonna use too. And it was kind of messed up though when I first got into production. We wasn't around each other like that, so he couldn't even really sit me down and be like, "This is how you do this. This is how you do this." I kind of had to like learn from different platforms. So.
Oh yeah. I got a homeboy that uses a Machine, so I already know what
really
capability.
Talented anyways, so it's like easy for you to catch on. I know you say you only been doing it for 3 years, but you already been making like killer beats already. So all those little things that, you know, you're trying to learn, trying to get it right, it's all gonna come in really quickly because, you know, it's what you love and it's gonna be grasping so easily for you.
Of course. You know, I say this all the time. A good friend of mine told me at the time when I first started, or when I was getting started, they had told me the reason why I progressed so fast in production is because the time I spent in the pandemic locked in the room making beats was like 3 months outside of a pandemic, because I was in there from the sun up to the sundown just in the room, versus outside of a pandemic I'd probably be doing different things, you know, moving around, but I couldn't go nowhere. So that time equated to a lot of time in a pandemic, if you know what I'm saying. So
I'm gonna hit you with this. If there was no pandemic, would you have ever discovered producing?
No.
At that moment, maybe later down the line, or just no?
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
So it's because before the pandemic hit, I was so heavily into sports. Like, I was a college athlete. You couldn't remove me off the football field or the gym. Like, if I wasn't there, I was probably playing video games. Like, that's just what my life was. It was sports, it was the gym, and it was video games. And then pandemic hit, the season got canceled. You know, couldn't go to the gym.
Okay.
What's the next best thing I love? It's music. So let me dive into that now. You know what I mean? So that's what that was. But without no pandemic, I'm still chasing the ball dreams. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah,
you can do many things.
Hey,
things happen for a reason, though.
For sure. I just, you know, when I do something, I'm all the way in with things. Like, when I started production, I was still playing football, like, you know, because we still had my senior year left. I had one more year left, and I'm still playing ball, but I'm all in on production. So I'm not even really locked in like I used to be before I started production. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm going to practice late. I'm leaving practice early just to get back here and make these beats, bro, because I got to lock in. So it changed my whole perspective.
Hey, Red, let's go to commercial, man. When we come back, we're going to switch gears for a little bit. I want to talk about something else.
All right, we can do that, brother. All right, we're going to play the Settle Bank.
If you're one of the millions of Americans overwhelmed by debt, Settle Bank Debt has a life-changing solution. We offer an aggressive approach to reducing your debt, often for a fraction of what you owe. Our debt settlement experts will help put a stop to the harassing phone calls, end your debt, and give you the financial freedom you deserve. Make the most important call of your financial life today. Call Settle Bank Debt now at 877-492-7222 or visit settlebankdebt.com.
Hey, listen.
Jamar Johnson, go ahead, brother.
I was just going to say, don't be like Wesley Snipes. Call settlebank.com. Don't be like Wesley.
Oh, man, the IRS taxes, huh? Make sure y'all like and subscribe at the link below. We got Jamar Johnson back in my bed, man. Jamar Johnson back in the building, man. So, go ahead.
Hey, so Jamar, I know we was talking about this. We was offline, but let's switch gears a little bit. Let's talk about the job, man. Where you work at, what you do.
Yeah, right now I'm at the Boys and Girls Club, man, and I work with the teens over there. So they come in after school, and I just make sure they're all set. You know, I have different activities set up for them. You know, make sure they're all taken care of, make sure they get their food for the day, homework's taken care of, just being a good mentor. So, yeah.
That's dope, man. That's real dope. I'm in the education field, too, so that's real dope, man. Definitely.
Yeah,
let me ask you.
I like, what's up?
No, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I was just saying, you know, I like doing stuff like that because when I was growing up as a child, I was very privileged to be able to go to different camps, travel, and do different things. But I know not every child has that opportunity, you know. So I like to just give what I had back to them. So that's why I'm so deep in the being the mentor for the youth, you know.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's a good thing too. What as far as like when you're doing mentoring, like what do you sit them down in a group? Do you sit them down individually?
So as far as that goes, it's more individually. You know, I like to build bond because every child is different. You know, everyone's not going to bond the same. So the same conversations you might have with one child and how you connect with them might be different from someone else. So it might be kind of tough to send them all in a group and get them to all relate to one thing. So I like to have different avenues on how I connect with different kids, just based on how they are, how their home life is, what kind of kid they are. So.
So
yeah,
definitely important, man. So tell us how you hooked up or linked up with Mickey Fax, man. What was that experience like?
The Mickey Fax story. That's a good one. So I have this idea for an album, for an EP rather. And I had a list of people I want to work with. Mickey was on the list, and then someone sent me a message on Instagram. It was like, yo, Mickey's doing like, you know, verses right now, you know, try to reach out to him. And this, in my mind, you know, this is Mickey Fax. So I'm thinking if I DM him, he's not going to respond back to me. Like, who am I? You know what I'm saying? So I shot a DM to him like, yo, I'm doing an album right now. I'm trying to get you on it, whatever. Just because. I didn't expect any response from him. I'm just doing it just because. A few hours go by, my phone rings. It's Mickey. He's like, all right, I'm open to it. Send me some beat from here, what you got. I don't have nothing lined up. I don't have nothing ready. I was just talking just to talk. I don't got nothing ready right now, bro. So I'm sitting at my desk. I'm scrambling through vinyls, trying to find something to make like right now. I was like, yeah, bro, I'm about to send it through. Meanwhile, I'm chopping samples, you know, while I'm typing, you know. So long story short, I got 2 beats done, or maybe I got 5 joints done in maybe a span of like an hour or so. And I shot them through to him, and he picked 2 of the joints, and that's the 2 joints you hear on the Diamonds album.
Wait, hold on. You said you had 5 joints in 1 hour?
Yeah. I was, but you got to understand though, like I like the beats I made, but like I was really scrambling to try to find anything, you know what I mean? So I didn't really have the time to sit there and perfect everything I was trying to do.
It's a lot of
pressure.
Hey, but that's a lot of beats in 1 hour though, man. That's like, you know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
was
man.
doing, you was on it for real, for real.
Natural
Like,
talent right there.
It
yeah,
was ridiculous. I was nervous. You know, this is Mickey Facts in my DM right now. If I blow this opportunity, it might not come again.
Right, that's
So,
true. Facts. Facts.
yeah, man. So we knocked out those 2 tracks, and then we kind of built a certain rapport since then. And
That's
you know, it's been
that's
all love, bro. So
that's dope, man. That's dope.
yeah, that's
yeah.
what's up right there, man. He's out there 5 tracks.
Nah, I gotta. It's funny. I don't know. Something about him. It's always like last minute happenings. Like
Mm-hmm.
fast forward a year and some change later, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm in New York. I'm with Sayari the Kid. I'm with Lord Owen, Vega, and Ayo Shamir. He's a producer. Sayari has a freestyle on Bars I-95.
What?
I get invited to go out there with them just to network, you know, show face, whatever, whatever.
Yeah.
I get to the studio. Mickey Fax is in there. We in the elevator together, right? He don't know who I am yet. I don't got no face on my
Oh,
profile,
oh,
so
okay.
he don't know who I
Introduction.
am,
Uh,
right?
Okay.
And I'm really like shy. I'm nervous. I'm not too talkative, so I don't say nothing. I'm like froze right now.
right.
And he pulls up his phone, goes to Instagram, and right in front of me, we didn't speak yet, mind you. He posted a snippet of the song on his story. It was the weirdest thing ever. I was like, "Yo, Mick, I'm the one who did that joint, whatever, whatever." He said,
Like
"Him
it's
like,
me.
yo, it's crazy. It was the craziest thing that happened, right?"
You're like, yo, son.
so, so that's how I met Mickey Fax. That's how I met
That's
Mickey Fax in
dope.
person. He was scrolling through his
That's
Instagram
crazy.
and decided to post a song I did, standing right there in the elevator with me, and then knowing it's
Wow.
me and it's being like, "Yo, that's crazy." And then for his freestyle that night at the radio station, he was asking me if I had the beat on my phone
Mm.
Okay.
so he could rap over. I didn't have the beat on my phone. I had to take up my beat machine in the studio, like before his freestyle, and remake the beat so he could freestyle. Bro, it was the craziest thing.
Wow,
Oh my
man.
god.
And I
Talk
tell that
about
story.
pressure.
Yeah,
Wow,
I tell that
man.
story to let people know, always be prepared. Like
Yeah, stay
I
ready.
don't leave my house without my beat machine and my laptop, headphones. I'm always ready, always prepared. And that story just goes to show, bro, always be ready. Always
Wow.
be ready,
Where were
man.
you carrying this? Like, was it like a little? I
No,
don't even know.
I got a decent sized backpack to say the least. I got a decent sized bag, and because you know I was an athlete, like I said, so I need bag to put my football in, my cleats in, my jersey. I need a decent sized bag, so I use that
Right.
same joint, and
See
I
Jamar
took
with
it with me
Fat
to the
Pack. You know
studio
what's up?
that day. Right, and yeah,
Wow.
I remade the beat on the spot right in front of him, and that was a dope moment. So.
Man, that's what's going through your mind though. Like when you got to sit there and remake the beat though. I know you like.
Uh, so I kind of took the easy route. I ain't gonna lie to you, make it seem like something bigger than what it is. I went to YouTube and I played the song that he recorded to, like the last I don't know 4 bars on it. I took it,
Okay.
looped it up in machine, and but it was just dope to always be prepared and be ready because if I don't have my beat machine, he don't get the beat to freestyle over. So you
So
know,
basically, you just remixed the track pretty much.
yeah,
Gotcha.
man,
Right.
it was
But
crazy.
that's still kind of your track. You know what I'm saying?
Of
Cause
course,
you redid it. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
it's your creativity, bro.
Yeah, it was fire. So that was my first time meeting Mickey, and it was a crazy experience. It's been love
Yeah,
since then. So
that's what's
yeah,
up, man.
Wow. Let's go on to this first segment, man.
yep.
Gonna hit you with this top 5 songs that impacted your life.
Jesus Christ, top 5 songs that impacted my life.
Yeah. You can say producers, it could be any genre.
Red, I think you need to give people a heads up with that next
Yeah,
time.
that's crazy. That's
You're
crazy.
like, nah, I'm
It
gonna
doesn't
be.
make it as you gotta put people on the spot. You gotta put them on the spot.
Hold on,
You
I'm gonna try
gotta put them on the spot with
Right
Mickey
on the
Fact.
spot, definitely.
I'm gonna try to reframe the question.
Okay.
I'm gonna answer the top joints that like had me in my mindset when I first started making beats, like what I was
That's
playing.
that's
If
dope.
I could do that.
Yeah, I was
So
thinking that when I was writing it down, like I should answer that way. So that's
Nah,
cool. Like
absolutely.
minds think alike. I like that. Yeah.
yeah, so
That's,
when I'm sitting here, I go to the mailbox, get my beat machine out. At that current time, I'm playing Jose Canseco by Westside Gun on repeat
mm,
the whole day. Um, Pray for Paris just dropped, so I'm playing No Vacancy, the intro to that joint, West Side Gun. I'm playing
So you're a Griselda fan?
Oh, bro,
Absolutely.
what? Yeah, I call myself a Griselda baby. You know,
Hey,
like
that's what's up right there.
when I started, they was at the not that they fell off, but they was at the highest high when I started.
Right.
So,
But see, that's like their Wu-Tang, like how like when Wu-Tang.
Bro,
that's
exactly, exactly. Because I'm considered an old soul. You know what I mean? So I get to conversate with a lot of older people, and I'll be telling them like the same way y'all seen Wu-Tang and all these dudes. That's how I see Griselda. Like they really carrying it right now. So it was West Side Gun. It was a bunch of Ransom, Rome Streets, and like the albums they dropped that year is what I was playing. Ransom dropped Director's Cut 3, West Side Gun dropped, Fly God's the Awesome God 2, and Pray for Paris. Rome Streets dropped, I think Noise Candy 3 or 4. So that whole realm, that's what I'm playing during that time. So yeah, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
We need to go ahead and try to get them, and I know you would want to do a feature with one of them.
I'm not gonna speak on that right now. I'm not gonna say that right now. I can't say that right now.
Go ahead, put it. You gotta put it into existence, though.
I can't.
Put it into existence.
I can't.
Don't jinx it. Don't listen to him.
Right.
Oh, man.
I ain't gonna speak on that right now.
Well, let's speak on your album covers, bro. Like, what's behind that, man? The artsy work of that. What's the thing behind that? On the cause of that, man?
My album covers. Do you have anyone specific you want to dive into, or just my mindset in general?
Just your mindset.
Yeah. Like how you come up with them? Like what's the? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go back to Griselda once more. If I'm being honest, I wasn't one to really care about album covers or artwork until I seen West Side Gun's covers, and then he would explain why they meant so much to him. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get my artwork in the same realm as that, like that same eye candy and meaning behind it as well. For example, the album cover me and Primo did for 5YL, that cover it's the face of the Roman god Janus. Basically, he's the god of time.
God of time.
And he could look into the future and the past. And the album is called 5YL because me and Primo, we linked up at one point and didn't really communicate for too long. And 5 years later, we linked up and made that album. So, the artwork just makes sense to have someone looking in the past and looking into the future. So that's how that came about. My most recent album cover, the Rebirth album, I was trying to do a comic book theme joint, and my tag is the Joker. So I figured it'd be dope to have like a Joker themed cover for it. And someone had told me, make the Joker black. Just because like it would be too simple to just have a white Joker on the Joker. It wouldn't really mean nothing. Okay. But like who cares about a white Joker? You know what I mean? So it was dope to get the black Joker on there with the locks and the go-to,
Yeah, that's hard.
I feel like that cover is just like me saying, I'm here, like I'm taking over, like, it's a new face in town. So there's not too many pictures of my regular face, so I use the Joker persona as that.
Out like, man, I can't find this guy. So I just wanted to have that why. I know there was some type of mysterious ways about you, you know what I'm saying? I like how you move, you know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Clever.
Very clever. It's like you're gonna have to dig and really find who I am and what I'm doing. I ain't gonna do much.
Right.
Yeah, I can dig that, man. Man, god dang. Okay. So you ever thought about like experimenting as far as making other sounds and other genres besides hip hop?
Yeah, so right now it's funny you asked that. Just recently I started diving into R&B. And,
okay.
I'm trying to get into a real R&B bag right now. So that's my next gear shift. So if I'm being honest with you, after this Rebirth album comes out,
when's that dropping, by the way?
November 10th.
November 10th, okay.
November 10th. So
actually
actually,
y'all go pick that up November 10th.
a lot of my stuff is gonna be geared towards like the R&B side of things after that. So that's what I'm gonna start diving into. Yeah.
Like what
What
type
do
of R&B? Well, my bad,
Like
Sassy. Cause
like
they got the trap R&B.
right. So when I say R&B, I'm talking like neo soul, Jill Scott, Erykah
Okay.
Badu, that kind of sound. D'Angelo,
I
you know what I'm
got you.
saying?
I got you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
you got nothing? What do you feel make a good song?
What do I feel makes a good song?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Well, for me, for one, the beat has to be there. I have a hard time listening to songs with just bad beats. And for me, when I say good beats, I don't mean something to make me dance. I don't really care for the whole. I'm gonna sound like the old guy. I don't want to sound like the old man in the room, but I don't really care for the whole trap dance club vibes. I don't really care for that.
Mhm.
I just need a good beat I can feel. You know what I mean? And paired with that, I need something with some substance. Substance makes the song what it's supposed to be.
Right.
Substance, delivery, and a hard beat will do it for me every time.
All right. Let me ask you this: name your 5 R&B producers. Your top 5 R&B
Five
producers.
R&B producers. I can't even do that right now, only because like
Oh,
I
just give me
haven't.
3.
I,
Give me
I haven't.
2. Give me 2.
No, it's not even that. I just haven't. I haven't dove deep enough into that realm to even give you that yet.
I
You know what
got
I'm
you. I
saying?
got you. Yeah.
So I don't want
Well,
to
I mean,
disrespect and just start
I know you
talking.
know some like I mean, as far as like what music, R&B music. Okay, I'm gonna rephrase this.
Yeah,
Give me like 3 R&B tracks that you really really like. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like
3 R&B tracks.
yeah, your
Anything,
best tracks.
anything off of Miseducation.
Okay.
I know that's a huge debate if it's a hip hop album or R&B album,
Lauren Hill.
but
Okay.
anything off
Okay.
there like that vibe, that's kind
I
of what I
got
like
you.
when it comes to R&B. So
Okay. All right. I
yeah,
see what you're
man.
saying.
Yeah,
I feel like if you're the way you coming off and you saying like you're not all about those trap where because those I feel like those beats are like temporary. When you put it on repeat, it's just
Yeah.
you're good for some good repeats, but then you're done. But you gotta have like songs like he mentioned, like Lauren Hill songs, where you
Timeless
can go,
music.
yeah,
Timeless.
yeah, when you
yeah,
can
and
go back like Janet Jackson songs, like if
right,
you can go back to her songs and still jam to it, and it's still gonna hit you.
exactly, and that's my whole thing. I try to make music that's gonna last. I don't want to just be dope for 2020 to 2023. I want to be dope beyond my years. Like even on my daily commute, I still play songs from the 60s, 70s.
Right.
Just they have that classic feel to it.
Hmm.
So I want a child in my position years down the line to play Soulful Centers, to play the Rebirth. You know what I'm saying? So
Have you ever heard the Love Below track? I mean the Love
yeah,
Below album.
album,
Yeah, what you think about that album?
the Love Below album. I mean,
You can be
Just,
honest. Okay.
just
I see why
yeah,
you asked the
be
question. I see why you asked the question because
yeah.
it's such a strong divide. It's such a strong divide between this is classic and this is like a complete miss. But that's only because it was more experimental. You know what I'm saying? I respect it for the experimental element of it, but
Right.
it's not really
Cup of tea.
my yeah, exactly. But
Okay,
I
I
do
got
I
you.
do respect it. I don't put no bad words on it. If someone hails it to a classic, I'm not gonna argue it. But
Yeah, no,
you know what
absolutely,
I'm saying?
absolutely.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah, that's
I
fair
have to.
enough, man. That's fair enough. What are your thoughts about the 50 years of hip hop anniversary? Like, what are your thoughts on that? You think it's being represented accordingly, or as far as what they're putting out there, and then on top of that, the influence of it? How you feel about that?
If I'm being honest with you, I don't think it was represented to its fullest, only because
Okay.
I feel like in today's day and age, we're so stuck on the 90s. But bro, you got to understand, there's a resurgence happening right now. Like, live in the moment today, embrace the artists we have today. Like the 90s was dope, of course,
Right.
but bro, there's artists going crazy right now, and I don't think today's artists got enough shine like they were supposed to do. I understand pay respect to the legends, of course. Always pay homage, always respect and gratitude, but also understand what you have in front of your face right now. Like I don't think, like I said, the artists today was not paid the props like they were supposed to be.
Who's one of those artists that you think that should be like shining right now as well?
Oh, that's a great question too. Someone who needs more recognition. JR. I don't know if y'all familiar. He's from Carolina, North Carolina.
Put us on to him.
Yeah, so JR, he has a series called Hoop Dreams. He has Hoop Dreams 1, he has Hoop Dreams 2. Hoop Dreams 3 is coming out I think later this year. And he's just very underrated, bro. Like he has schemes and punchlines that will go way over your head and you won't catch him until months, years after you heard the track. And I feel like he's someone who definitely needs that respect. Right now, I see Ransom pushing him a whole lot. Ransom respects him a whole bunch, but as far as getting that respect from the masses, it's not where it should be. So JR is definitely someone y'all need to look out for. He spells it J is J period A R R R. That's how he spells it.
Okay.
And, he's super ill, bro. Definitely tap in with JR for sure.
Yeah, I'll definitely.
Yeah, he's fire.
I'm gonna tap into that, man. I like new talent, just dopeness, man. So
yeah, he's ill, bro.
Already. Let's do one more segment, man. We're gonna put you in a hot seat again.
All right, no doubt.
Okay, this segment is called "Who You Got" segment. You have to pick one artist or one producer and tell us why. All right, so I'm gonna throw this at you. Madlib or J Dilla?
Madlib, because for one, his whole style of being a loop digger, right?
Yeah.
That whole science behind, I'm not gonna spend 10 hours on a beat. I'm gonna spend that time digging for records, and then when I find that record, I'm gonna loop it because I done spent all the time in the world trying to find this one loop, versus trying to take a sample that might be kind of hard to chop up, but you want to break it into little pieces and do all these tricks to it. Let me find the most obscure sample I could find and put people onto it. So I'm a big fan of that, sample digging, crate digging. That's what I love. So I'm gonna say Madlib on that.
Okay, that was easy then. Okay.
I'm not a big J Dilla fan either. I know that I might get a lot of heat for that, but I don't really rock with Dilla too heavy.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah, bro. So.
Okay.
I like them both, man, but I ain't never heard that one before.
I know. I already know.
It's all good, man. No love lost, brother. Hey,
no doubt.
Keep it 100. Keeping it 100. That's what we're here for, man.
Hey, wait, Sassy, you batting flies? What you got going on over here? Insect problem.
Stop hitting.
My bad.
You said an insect problem.
She over there. Hold the fly.
Hold on, Jamar. Since you're from where I'm from, okay, let me just see. Give me some 5 slangs because I'm
5 slangs from where?
Yeah, because I just learned the word cap. Like I thought it means cap like capitalized, like yo, I mean it. It's not like cap like where you get mine from?
Yeah. I don't know. 5 slangs from Lynn. I've been so far from the city since I left the city. I can't even do that for you right now. I don't even. I can't do it. Like
I know Wicked is one of us. Wicked. Do you use
that's like Boston in general. That's like Massachusetts in general. I don't use it too much, but that's like Mass in general though.
It's wicked awesome here.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, wait.
What's wicked mean?
Wicked is it's just like emphasizing something like extra,
I got you.
Like your teeth is extra big right now, DJ Quinn. Like that.
Oh, wait, hold on. So is that wicked?
Yeah, you can throw it in there like that.
That's wicked, huh? Okay.
Yeah,
hey, thank you. See? I got the wicked teeth, girl.
Yeah, but that's a hard question though, because like I graduated high school and then I went to college, and then since I came to college, I kind of been like separated from I haven't really gone back too much, so I don't even know what's going on back home right now, for being honest with you.
How's college, man?
Well, I just graduated. I graduated.
Oh, did you? Okay, all right. That's
congrats.
Congrats. Thank you.
Yeah.
I graduated. I got my bachelor's in communication, so
that's what's up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's gonna be coming into play with those networking skills.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. You know, because I didn't know I wanted to do music when I first got into college, but once I found music, you know, I'm just trying to pair that with my studies as well as I can, and try to make both worlds merge. You know, so
Yeah, he's
Absolutely.
definitely merging it right now. So give us some advice on communicate. Well, not just communication, but how to network, how to approach someone.
Good question.
um, well, communications was more like promotion studies, advertisement studies. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Versus networking. But how I look at things when it comes to doing that, like what I'm saying, promoting yourself out there. Look at yourself from the standpoint of the consumer,
Mm-hmm.
right? Don't think with your mind like, yo, this would be cool if I put this out. Think what the consumer would think, and
Mm.
I apply that to my music as well. So when I'm making beats, you know, I'm sitting here trying to get this one kick drum to hit right. I think to myself, listen, is the listener going to sit here and critique the one kick drum on the A bar? No, bro. He's not even going to notice it. You're just
Yeah.
in your own head. So that takes a lot of pressure off me. I get to just relax and just, you know, be on the opposite end. That's how you got to think, on the opposite end of it versus being the actual creator.
Mm.
It's good
I
advice.
like how
Thank
you
you.
how you
Yeah.
broke that down.
Yeah, we're talking to a
So
college person. That's why. That's
went to
I mean,
college.
it's even like if you make an Instagram post and you trying to push your brand, like, you know, you got to understand people's attention spans are so short.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to sit here and analyze a post for anything. So you got to make sure you get the message out to them as you know, as bold as you possibly can. Make them see what you got to see fast, because if not, as you don't scroll right by it. So, you know, if you're making a post, throw some music behind it, throw some visuals behind it, try to draw people into it, because just some text and tap the link and tap in, swipe by it, swipe, like, you know.
mm-hmm.
So you gotta be creative with your content. So
Hey, he just giving y'all some jewels. I hope y'all just listening. You got to get creative, Sassy. Put some music behind your stuff, girl.
Listen,
you just gotta think outside the box. You gotta think
Hey,
about
thank
how short attention spans are. You know,
you.
I've been telling you
it,
guys that 15
Yeah, you
seconds.
said 15 seconds, right?
Yeah, I told
Yeah,
you 15 seconds. 15 seconds.
15 seconds.
It's you that need the view. Okay, DJ Quinn.
Put some music behind your stuff. What else? What you say, Jamar? Put some music behind it, and what else?
throw some music behind, maybe some visuals. You know,
Sassy.
you got to think about who you market into. You know, like if you market into a video gamer consumer population,
Mm-hmm.
maybe throw something like a super classic game visual in there or something to tie it in with them. A strong example of that. I don't mean to get off track. I'm kind
No,
of
you good,
just
brother. You
talking.
Nah,
good.
do your thing, yeah, bro.
Me and my man's, he's a rapper, Sean Lib from Rhode Island. We did a joint project called Libtendo Entertainment.
Okay.
So we really tapped into the gaming community with that project, because if you look at the cover, it's Mario and Luigi, right? They're like brothers, so that's us on the cover. The font on the title is like pixelated, like the old Sega games, and
Yeah.
within the songs, there's different like drops of different sound effects from the games or different skits from the games, just to draw in that community, because you know nerds love hip hop, bro.
Yeah.
So that's what we dove into, and we
Absolutely.
really went all the way there. We had Sega sounds and like Madden '99 sound effects and all that good stuff, and sprinkled throughout the project just to market towards the gaming community. So,
Mm.
Hey,
yeah,
no,
man.
it's like he's keeping it real because remember, Red, when we went to the concerts out there in Colorado, who was majority there?
Yeah.
Nerds,
Bro, nerds love hip hop. Do not think that,
loving it
like, love it, bro.
already. Yeah.
They gonna roll up. They gonna smoke. They gonna smoke. Get lifted, and they just
Yeah.
gonna vibe. It's what they do. Like, you
Yeah,
know.
gonna buy the merch and all that. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yep.
what advice would you give to upcoming producers? Like, what advice would you give to them?
Advice to upcoming producers:
Yeah.
don't try to put yourself in someone else's shoes. You know,
Okay.
comparison is a thief of joy, bro. Like, cause I thought myself doing that. I would get on Instagram and I would see this producer having all these followers and all these placements. I'm thinking I got to catch up to them, and I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Don't do that, because you're on your own journey. And I say that because there's been multiple times where I've heard producers tell me, yo, I'm trying to catch up to you. I'm trying to get on your level. I'm trying to get to your pace. And it's like, bro, you can't do that, because you're going to slow your own self down. You're going to try too hard, burn yourself out. You know, everyone's road is different. So just be patient.
Say that last part again. You're going to burn yourself out.
Yeah, you're going to burn yourself out, man. Like, I found myself doing that because I'm trying to chase all these people. So I'm locked in a room all day and night. And, you know, it's to the point where I'm losing sleep. And, you know, my days ain't really going as well as they used to, because I'm too exhausted from trying to do all these things. But you got to realize it's a marathon, not to be cliche, but, you know, it's not no sprint, bro. Like, yeah, I've been in it for 3 years and things are moving fast, but I'm nowhere near to where I want to be. So, you know, just understand that it's a marathon. Don't get on social media trying to chase other people. Stay in your own lane and just have tunnel vision. Yeah, man.
Yo, one of my favorite quotes is "Chase your dreams, not the competition."
Right. No, it's real talk, bro. It's real talk, because like I just said, comparison is the thief of joy. The minute you start looking at other people, you're going to be like, oh, man, like, I'm trying to get like that. But Cole said it best, bro. Love yours. Appreciate what you have on your end, because someone else on the other end is trying to figure out how to get to what you got. You know what I mean? Like, I'm looking at people, I'm not going to name names, but certain people I'm looking at, I'm trying to be like them. Someone else is looking at me like I'm trying to be like Jamar. So it's just like, bro, stay in your lane and just have tunnel vision and keep your head down. Keep going.
Hey, you just mentioned one of my favorite songs, bro.
Word.
"Love Yours" by, man, that's
It
like
hits
one of
every
the
time.
that's one of the hardest tracks J. Cole like ever wrote, bro.
For sure. For sure.
So I already know I resonate.
No doubt.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
hit you.
man.
Hey, well, let's do another commercial. Let's pay some more bills real quick before
we'll do that.
Sassy kick us off the air or something. So.
He said kick us out there. All right, here we go, y'all.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl DawsonSJewellS from Just Coolin' Podcast. Listen, if you would like for us to stream one of your promos or commercials during one of our Just Coolin' Podcast episodes, let us know. I'm talking about we streaming worldwide, Germany, Canada, just to name a few. For more info and details, click the link below. And always, remember, we just coolin'. Peace.
We are back with Jamar Johnson, man. Just Coolin' Podcast, man. Make sure y'all tap in, hit the like and subscribe button. We have Jamar in the building. So we're gonna do one more segment here before we move on. So, what is your favorite hood movie and sneaker growing up?
My favorite hood movie is Paid in Full.
Paid in Full, okay.
Every time I watch Paid in Full, I watch that, like, every time something happens. It's like my first time watching it. Every time I watch Paid in Full, it's just like I still get the same reactions. I still get the same emotions going through the movie. So Paid in Full is never going to get old to me. That's a classic for sure. My favorite sneaker, I'm going to say the 11s, because that's the first shoe I ever camped out to get, and I got them.
Oh, wow.
So the Space Jam 11s, I actually was camping for those joints. The Space Jam and the 72 and 10s, I camped out for both of those kicks, and I got them both. So the 11s hold a special place in my heart for sure.
Already. I know DJ Quinn appreciates that. He a sneakerhead.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Most definitely. Especially
do people still camp for shoes like that? Is that still a thing?
Hey, yes, sir. I like you said, all them patent leather ones, all them joints is hard. Matter of fact, I was trying to look at some what was Carolina blue ones the other day. I was like, I love them joints.
Yeah, classic.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Hey, man. So, like, what's next for you, man? What are you have any more upcoming projects, or like tell everybody right now that's tuning in, like, what's next for you, brother?
Yeah, so as of right now, the Rebirth's coming out November 10th.
Yeah, check that out.
If anyone's looking to buy it early, like right now, I got it for $15, and you also get an exclusive pin with it. Put on your backpacks, your hats, shirts, whatever.
What's the website? Where we get it at?
You can hit me directly. I got a link for y'all. anyone trying to get that.
Where we go to your Instagram
My
DM,
Instagram,
Facebook?
my
Okay,
Instagram DM, and we could
gotcha.
work it out in there. Like I said, you also get a pin with it, but there's only 10 of them. So the first 10 people tap in, get the pins. And then after that, after the rebirth come out, I'm gonna take a break from the whole hip hop sound kind of. I'm gonna shift
Wait,
gears.
what
I'm
you
gonna
doing?
focus
Hold on,
on
wait. You retired? You too young to
nah,
retire? What you
nah,
doing?
not
You did
retiring. I'm
mention
just trying.
R&B though. You
Oh,
did
okay,
mention
okay,
R&B.
I gotta diversify my sound. You know
okay.
what I'm
All right,
saying?
all right,
So
okay.
I'm gonna dip back to the shadows and get in the lab and just cook up. Practice, train, get in the lab, and just try to get my sound diversified as much as possible, man.
Hey,
So
well, don't leave us too long. Don't leave it too
nah,
long.
never that.
Listen.
I mean,
You-
in the means you gotta understand though, bro. When I say I'm going away, there's numerous projects already done.
I got you.
So they're gonna be coming out, mind you, but I'm not gonna be actively, like they're already done.
He got a
Okay,
master
okay.
plan. He got a master plan, DJ.
So
He got a master
Right.
plan. He got a master
yeah, I got joints done, so I'm gonna have time to just sit back and sharpen my sword a little bit. So
There you go.
Absolutely. All right.
yep.
So how can everybody reach you, man, as far as your social contacts, man?
Yeah, you want to reach me? Instagram is Jamar Johnson _8. Twitter is Jamar J _8, and that's where I'm primarily located at. That's where you can find me. I got all my beats up there on YouTube. If you just type in, Jamar Johnson or produced by Jamar Johnson, you should find my YouTube page where I have all my beats up there. For sale as well. So that's where you can find me on socials.
All right. Anybody have any more questions before we say peace? Do the closing quote. We like no. All right. So before we end the show, you do have one, DJ Quinn?
I did, but I had lost it.
Yeah. Oh man.
But-
Yeah.
And then and by the way, real quick before we get off here, just to let y'all know, this was one of my favorite pods I've done so far, like by
Oh,
far.
man.
So
Man, appreciate it, man.
Yeah, we appreciate
like
it, brother.
yeah,
Um,
I really like what y'all got going on here. This is
I
dope.
appreciate it. Likewise. I know we kind of had some technical difficulties,
Yeah,
man, but we figured it out, man, real quick, man. So
you got
yeah,
any?
this is a
Do you
great
got any?
conversation.
You got any shows or anybody in your crew got any shows coming up?
yeah.
Like that?
Not off top that I know of like right now.
All right.
But yeah, man, the conversation's been fire. Super dope pod. So I appreciate y'all having me on.
Hey man, we appreciate you, brother.
All right, let me
No
do
doubt.
this closing quote, man, real quick, man. Before we end our shows, I always end it with a closing quote when I can. So I go like this. Hope is a walking dream. It's pretty simple. Hope is a walking dream by Aristotle. Just want to leave y'all with that, man.
Hope is a walking dream.
Yes.
I don't get it.
Don't worry about it. You'll catch up with it later, man. Just
I'm gonna
let
sit with that for a little bit.
Yeah, all right. Wait a minute. You gotta explain that.
Man,
Sassy,
I ain't explaining
Sassy,
nothing.
what does that mean, Sassy? Hope is a dream.
Just think
Hope is a walking dream.
What's that mean, Sassy?
Can you just think about it?
No,
Yeah.
you can't give me a definition. Quit fatting them
You
flies
said,
over there.
This is my thing. Like I was watching Dick Gregory one time, man. He got a lot of stuff out there, and he doesn't like using the word hope. Hope means that you don't believe.
Wait, so
That's
wait,
how I took it. I'm just saying that's how I took it at the time.
no, but I'm saying you said hope is not a dream, right?
Hope is a walking dream.
Dream.
It's
A
a
walking
walking dream.
That's
I
why
hope I make it here instead of saying, you know what, it's going to happen, manifest it. Take out the word hope.
Hey,
out
but
of your
yeah, you know what
vocabulary.
though, and I agree with that. I take out hope because
how
hope
you
is.
agree with it because you don't even think because you
Well,
don't
no,
even know what it means.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
no,
Here
I'm
we
just
go.
saying hope is such a word that you don't need.
Jamal, I think you
Like
need to school him.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we've been conditioned to use
Jamar,
that word. You hear
Jamar,
that
do
in
you
your
like?
house sometimes,
But listen,
like,
hope is to me, Jamar. I think hope and Red. I
yeah,
think hope is kind of like it can be negative because you like I'm hoping. Why hope? Why not just go get it? Like
right.
there ain't
And
no
that's something
hoping
that
for
we
it.
all have learned at some point. Like we're so used to it. I'm like, I can't speak for everybody, but like growing
Right.
up, I have enough gas. I hope I can get this. I
Yeah,
hope
we
it's
need to
gonna
quit.
happen to me.
We need to
Well,
quit
you
saying
know
that.
what's funny about that
But you see
though?
that? Go
Yeah.
ahead. What you say?
When I was coming up, I've seen a lot of people around me, like you just said, have that mindset of hope one day, right? And I've always had it in my mindset. Well, I call them dreamers. I call them dreamers because they have all these aspirations, but they don't move towards it. They just say stuff.
Mhm.
And I've always had it in my mind growing up, even to this day. I've always told myself, don't be a dreamer. Don't be someone who just says, I want to do this and puts nothing behind it.
Yeah.
So
action behind it.
I'm not a dreamer. I'm someone, I'm an achiever. You know, I go get it. So another word of advice for anybody, don't be a dreamer. Don't be a dreamer, bro. Don't walk around with just hopeful thoughts, you know?
See, that's what I'm talking about. Hope is it can be negative. Like
DJ Quest,
get rid of
it. I got it now.
Get hope up out of
got the juice finally. He finally got the juice.
Hey, I agree with that, Jamar. That 100 for sure.
Yeah,
I definitely agree with
you in that context. You know, you got it now. So
hey, he said it best. Hey, chase your dreams, not the competition, bro.
Right.
And that's how that worked, man. On that note, man, we are out, brother. We appreciate you.
Hey, yeah, we appreciate it, Jamar.
Anytime you want to come back, promote or just chop it up with us, man. We here, man.
No doubt, bro. Sounds good.
Hopefully, Sassy won't have that many flies when he come
back. Man, that's a whole other conversation. Man, we out. We just cooling. Peace.